Picture a single desk lamp glowing on your table. Now, imagine that lamp powering every memory, every idea, and every feeling you've ever had. That's your brain, running the show on just 20 watts. It's wild. Your mind chews through less power than your phone charger. Not your phone, the charger plugged into the wall. And yet, you never run out of thoughts. Meanwhile, the world's most advanced AI models burn enough energy to light up an entire city. We're talking 50 to 200 million watts for a single training run. But how does your brain pull off this magic trick? Let's open the hood. Even though it's just 2% of your body weight, about 1.4 kilograms, or the heft of a pineapple, your brain hogs 20% of all the calories you eat. That's right, a tiny organ munching a fifth of your daily energy. If you eat 2,500 calories, your brain alone burns the equivalent of 3 whole cheeseburgers just to keep you thinking. Here's where it gets even crazier. Inside your skull, 86 billion neurons are constantly firing. That's more tiny processors than there are stars in the Milky Way. Between those neurons, you've got 100 trillion connections, called synapses. Imagine highways so dense, they make even the world's biggest server farms look like a string of tin cans. That network means your brain can process about 10 quadrillion operations every single second. That's 10 to the 16. More raw compute than a stack of 10 million modern laptops running all at once. You'd think thinking hard would crank up your brain's fuel bill, right? But even when you're deep in a math problem, you barely use 5 to 10% more energy than just chilling out. It's like flooring the gas in a car and barely seeing the speedometer move. No matter what you're doing, your brain's energy use stays pretty flat. Meanwhile, a desktop computer CPU can gulp down 200 watts or more when gaming. That's 10 times what your brain ever uses, even at full mental throttle. So how efficient is your brain really? Turns out, for every joule of energy, your brain fires off about a quadrillion operations. The most efficient AI chip? Only 10 to the 11 ops per joule. That's a 10,000 times gap. Seriously. If your brain were a car, it could drive coast to coast on a single cup of gas. A supercomputer would stall before reaching the city limits. Now, zoom way out. Imagine every one of the 8 billion human brains on Earth quietly humming along. That's 160 gigawatts of constant human thinking, about as much electricity as the entire United Kingdom uses at peak demand. Think about that scale. Human thought running everywhere, non-stop, and all it takes is the combined juice of a single nation's power grid. Flip to the other team, AI. Training just one of the largest models now burns enough power to supply 150,000 homes, and those runs last for weeks. AI's hunger is only getting bigger. Every year, the power needed to train the biggest AIs doubles. Imagine if your phone's battery had to be twice as large every year just to keep up. Globally, data centers chewed through 415 terawatt-hours of electricity last year, 1.5% of all the energy on Earth. By 2030, it'll be over 900 terawatt-hours, rivaling entire countries. By the end of the decade, AI alone could eat 3% of the world's electricity. That's more than the entire aviation industry. All for machines that, frankly, still can't tie their own shoes. Let's bring it back home. The most powerful information processing engine ever built, your brain, weighs just 1.4 kilograms. You could hold it in one hand. Try that with an AI supercomputer. And the kicker? Your brain, the original undefeated champ of intelligence, runs on the same power as the lamp you're reading this under. No city-sized cooling, no battery swaps, no upgrades. If all the world's brains could be packed in jars, they'd use less power than today's data centers. But no AI model can truly dream, love, or remember a childhood summer day. Not yet. So, here's my question. If you could trade your brain's power for the brute force of AI, would you? Would you rather have city-sized compute or the efficiency of thought fitting in your palm? Drop your real answer in the comments below.